It's been a good nap. Oh fuck, I overslept by 8 months. Hello everyone, welcome to Goat Simulator. I don't know about you, but this was one of the favorite game series of my childhood. I know, weird right? The guy who once catalogued every explosion in Just Cause and spent a whole video bombarding a small town to pieces when he was younger, liked weird physics and explosions. And in my nostalgic, happy childhood memory-filled mind, the original map from the original Goat Simulator was truly immense, containing massive amounts of farm fields and a whole town in which every building is fully modeled out. Wow! In reality, there's a bunch of houses you can't enter, the town is tiny and only contains a few houses. The fields outside of it turn out to be a field, the size of a postage stamp, and the whole map is only a few hundred meters across. But before I shit this game to death due to the utter disappointment of my feeble mind, there's still one thing that makes this game pretty unique for an open world game, certainly one from 2014, and that is its aesthetic world. Blow up a gas station? The carnage can be found on the other side of the map. Remember that you had something important to do in the middle of ransacking a house? Whee! You can get right back where you left off, which makes this game unique in the Population series as well, as this means it's the first game where I can directly count the population, as opposed to games like Red Dead and the GTA series and the like, where people constantly pop in and out of existence, and where I normally had to count the houses to indirectly estimate their populations. You could also say My Summer Car had a permanent population, but even that game had some changes that happened to where counting the population directly would not have been possible. By the way, quick shameless self-plug, that's probably my favorite video in the entire Population series. If you have nothing to do after this, I would highly recommend watching that one. Anyway, that means every person, no matter what kind of unspeakable acts you perform on them, will forever stay in the map, and more importantly, no new sneaky bastards crawl into the map without my knowledge. Even the traffic coming through town is permanent, as this blue car and the white truck are the only two vehicles that ever come past. For counting, let's start with the easiest thing, the groups of people just standing around. Probably the first group of people you will find during your playthrough of this game will be this righteous group of citizens making their valuable opinions heard. And for what valiant cause are these 14 people gathered in the streets today? Well, obviously a very important one. And that for a 10-year-old game? Truly inspiring. I can't even recount the numerous times my everyday meals have been disturbed by the sudden appearance of penis-shaped food. It's really the bane of my existence. But the best thing about these groups, for me anyway, and I'm gonna commit some blasphemy here, is when you accidentally displace one of them. When one of them gets hit, the rest run all over the place. Mind you, this is not a good thing, this is just really funny. The good thing happens a little afterwards, cause after a while, they all come back to the exact same location they stood before. Actually, every person in the game does this, except for the ones walking and running about the place, but they reset after a while to their pre-planned routes. The second group of people is right around the corner. These lovely 7 people are holding a garden party. I'm particularly happy to see that they have taken the protesters' pleas to heart and abstained from having any penis-shaped food at their barbecue. Moving over to the more redneck side of town. We have 8 clearly very intellectually inclined people holding a race, where this one dude does nothing but drive his car in a circle whilst the other people go fucking apeshit. And then there's these 10 equally intelligent individuals cheering on straight up animal cruelty. Hell yeah, brother! Next to the groups of people, there's also a bunch of people in buildings. There's a grand total of 2 houses that are enterable, one of which is occupied by the developers of the game themselves. There's this construction site, which is obviously very safe, and there's this gas station selling... There's also quite a few people just randomly standing or walking around. In total, there's 11 people like this, Then, of course, there's the 2 murderous bastards that constantly try to run you over. And to finish the count off, there's one guy I almost missed, zooming around the sky in a hand glider, which gives us a final total of 72 people for the population of the original map of Goat Simulator. And if you for some reason were interested in the population of goats, I obviously counted them too. There's 4 goats in the pen, including yourself, there's 4 goats you can fight and pound into oblivion, and there's 16 that can be found if you enter the hole in the tower, making for a grand total goat population of 24. And yeah, technically you can spawn as many as you want after exiting the tower, but shut up. Ooh, and there's a bunch of sentient pieces of bread that spawn after you hit this toaster. But guess what? Nobody cares about them. Which finishes off our rather short count for today. But to be honest, it's nice to start off a little easy. You know, I need to get myself warmed up first. Speaking about that, I have some stuff to talk about. So I'll end this video with an update. First of all, I didn't forget you guys. Don't you worry about that. You should more so see the absence of uploads as a very long, mostly intended break, with the emphasis on mostly. So, what actually happened? Well, when I last uploaded, I had just started work on writing my bachelor thesis, which turned out to be a lot of work. So much work, in fact, that for the first time during my bachelor, I had to devote all of my energy on university-related matters. Now, the good news is, the work paid off, and I got sufficiently good grades to be admitted to the master I had been wanting to get into ever since I started the bachelor. The bad news was at that point I had broken my 1.5-year rhythm of devoting most of my spare time to making YouTube videos. And it turns out rhythms and habits and a lot very hard stuff to get back into. At least I discovered as much at the beginning of my summer vacation. At that point I had just bought my first car, a little extremely about to die Ford car, with which I of course proceeded to drive all over the Netherlands and go on vacation to Germany with, which went well. By the way, that's a really fun story to tell someday. That was actually pretty crazy, at least for my standards. Anyway, during the summer vacation I'd been having so much fun doing all types of things all over the place. I thought, whatever, I'll just get back in the habit when the new university year starts. And that turned out to be a real challenge and took me quite a while. But I think I've done it. You know, I'm really quite sad about not uploading for 9 months, but to be honest, I don't regret my decisions. Hope you understand. I also hope you have thoroughly enjoyed this video. If so, let me know and hopefully see you for many more videos to come. Thanks for watching and bye bye.